This is week 2, Alpha Cohort homework. This is the retrospective. What is working for the cohort? Well, I believe that what's working the best is that everyone's creating pretty unique content because there isn't a very specific outline that people are having to follow. It seems that Peter has left the instructions kind of nebulous by design, so that everyone would have just a general guideline and not be too specific on what they had to do, what kind of content they had to create, the step-by-step process of everything. If you hear weird scratching noises, that is my dog walking through the house. He is really annoying. But anyway, what's working? I think everyone's being very friendly, very helpful, adding a lot of good advice as far as how to, upload videos from various devices, how to use the specific softwares, whether they be Illustrator or OBS or Camtasia, whatever that people are using. Everyone seems to have their own niche on what they're specialized in, and there's a lot of helpful tips out there. There's even helpful tips on what kind of hardware should they get. I find that to be working out really well. The community's coming together, and that's great. What I think is not working is a little bit of the same thing as what is working. I think that for all the good that not having a specific outline and very specific instructions, for all the good that does for people like me, I think that it really hurts half of the other people, because there's a lot of people who aren't as comfortable creating content or using new software or trying new things. They get overwhelmed. I've been an IT person in the support side of things for like 15 years. I've seen it day in and day out. People just get overwhelmed, and I know it's easy to just say, just press record and go. That's good in theory, but you can't expect everyone to be at that same comfort level as you. I think that we could benefit as a whole, at least to the next go around, if we have more specific outlines on how to use OBS, how to use your iPhone app to do recordings and upload to YouTube, how to use and set up webcams, how to create a studio environment, with soft lighting from multiple angles, how to set up a microphone like this, why you should set up a microphone like this, helping people just really get the ins and outs for questions that they either might be afraid to ask or might not know that they even need to ask, because people don't know what they don't know. So I think that with that in mind, I'm really building a nice how-to section right now in OneNote, and I'm going to get it ready to post it on the pub here shortly. But basically, I'm going to outline all the steps from start to finish on how to just bare minimum get started, because I know people have a lot of fear and trepidation over just making that first step. And it's not that they won't do great once they do. It's just kind of like jumping in the pool. Some people just dive right in like me, and others need to be held by the hand until they get their feet wet. And then once they see the water's great, it's off to the races. But I think that what's working and what's not working, pretty much the same thing, because we just have such a wide range of people, personalities, and experience. You're going to have that. What's frustrating for me is I work a typical 9-to-5 job. It's hard to get in my normal work day, my commute, family time, and homework time. But I mean, that's a frustration I can live with. What I can't live with is my little bastard dog who runs around the house and makes noise in my videos. Another frustrating thing for me is the fact that a lot of people are waiting to the last second to do things. And when they do wait to the last second, they're in a panic, and they realize that they haven't asked the questions they need to ask. I think that everyone needs to step their game up and get the ball rolling sooner rather than later, because you don't know what pain points you're going to run into in the process. So if you start today, you still have the rest of this week to fix the problems that you run into, or to ask the questions and receive the answers that you need in order to get your project done. Just don't wait. Why are you doing it? I don't get it. It's frustrating. But I need to stop worrying about that, because I just got to worry about me. What needs to be improved? Again, I don't really think that there's a lot that needs to be improved, other than we need to cater to a larger audience of people, not just the people who are super comfortable experimenting. I know that that's what we kind of want for the alpha class, but in the long run, when we're doing beta and so forth, in trying to adopt new users, we're going to want to try to foster new users, new talent, that kind of thing. What do I enjoy? I mean, I enjoy all of it. I like playing around. I like not knowing what I'm doing, and that's my life. I never know what the hell I'm doing. But I like being able to experiment with new hardware. I get to buy new toys, like gimbals and lighting and cameras and boom mics and shotgun mics, things like that. I mean, I love just the discovery aspect of it. I like discovering my own voice. I'm not an outgoing person by nature. I'm an IT guy. I'd prefer to be just sitting in the shadows playing a video game. So I enjoy putting on a show for you guys and pushing through my uncomfort or discomfort. And something I found out about myself is that I can do this. I mean, I knew that I could, but I didn't know how easy it would be for me to just push through the pain. It's again not in my nature to kind of be out there in the public eye, but I just ripped the Band-Aid off, and I said, this is going to be uncomfortable, so let's go all the way. That's why my first video, I was naked the first 2 seconds. So, if you're gonna go all out. And I've found that, once I've gotten past probably the most embarrassing and uncomfortable situation that I will probably ever put myself in a video, I'm ready for everything now. Like, I'm just ready to go. So hopefully everyone else is having a good day and getting their homework done. But it's time for me to start on my next video on what I can teach people in the next cohort. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks.